is arrogance in business and why is the most dangerous one? The kind you don't recognize as arrogance.
Oh my God, yes. Oh
Okay.
yeah. I could be a pompous little. Yes, I have caught myself many times being arrogant. Arrogance is what's holding me back because I always wanted to look good, be the smartest,
Yeah.
never was. All
Yeah.
arrogance ever done for me is make me look foolish, act stupid, and do stupid things.
I'm so arrogant to let go of things, then actually I suffocate those ideas with my desperate energy. And a lot of times, we business people, we entrepreneurs, we founders, we do that. And that is a very important thing to understand and implement in life, that learn to let go of things.
The biggest limitation in your business
Is you. I know.
biggest limitation in my life is me.
When we refuse to stay in the present moment, that is also a kind of arrogance.
Big dreams don't come quietly.
They demand risk.
They demand fire. They demand transformation. Welcome to The Corporate Life, Billion-Dollar Conversations. Hosted by Hina Siddiqui, CEO and founder of Corporate Influence Media, creator of Capital Stage Credibility Positioning, 4-time Global Award winner, featured across more than 700 global outlets, and heard in 94 countries. Join us as we sit with tech CEOs, multi-million-dollar entrepreneurs, and leading investors, the people building what's next. Here, success isn't a headline. It's a human story. The turning points, reinventions, failures, breakthroughs, and bold decisions that change everything. Because every life is a movie, and you're the star of yours.
This isn't Robert's first time in this chair. If you want to hear the full cinematic story of his life, his movie, his origin, the whole journey, the conversation is linked in the show notes. Tonight, we go deeper. Welcome, Robert. It's always good to have you on the show. And tonight, I'm extremely, extremely excited about the topic we are going to discuss.
Well, it's my honor and privilege to be here. And it's also what's exciting about this is we don't stay inside the social obedience of life. We get outside of it into the liberation of life. And that's what's important to me.
Yeah, we step out of the comfort zone and we talk about, especially when you and I are doing a show, we talk about things that most of the podcasts don't talk about.
Yes.
Right. So let's talk about this. What is arrogance in business and why is the most dangerous one? The kind you don't recognize as arrogance.
Well, it's when you think because you're in business, you're better than somebody that works with their hands. There's a big divide there. And it's somebody in arrogance, and they get some money and then they start thinking, well, I'm this. But that other person also understands something. They're aware of something you don't. And a lot of times, like in business, and I witnessed it at a lot of job sites, they walk through with their nose in the air because their feet stink. And they think they're better than the worker. But actually, the worker has ideas that would make their job easier. But being they got this titleocracy, herdocracy BS going on inside them, they think they're better than the worker. But whenever you look at it, if the worker don't get it done, they don't get it done.
Yeah.
And when they come out and start getting arrogant and thinking being I'm the boss, you got to do it. And then things go awry. And we used to have a saying when I was working as an electrician, things would be going smooth and things were getting done. You can almost automatically guess they're going to come out and try to rile the troops up and do something. Then they mess it up for about 3 weeks.
Yeah. So this is one of the forms that you're talking about that shows up in business. Like
Yes.
Arrogance in business shows up in so many different forms that we don't see it as arrogance. We just see it as normal life or business culture or routine. So, for example, the arrogance of assuming your customer knows your customer wants without asking what the customer wants. It's just that assuming, So that is also one form of arrogance.
Very much so. You think you know what that person wants, and you may have a good idea, but there's also an underlying current of what he wants. And when you're unwilling to listen, because listening has been one of my biggest
I
downfalls.
know. Yes. Right.
I listened my way to the outhouse a lot. Then I talked my way to make it deeper. And that's the thing about it. You watch people, especially, I've been to some self help seminars. And now that I understand it, I see what it is. And the presenter acts all friendly. But when they walk off that stage, they're very arrogant.
Mm.
And I could name a few, but I won't. But, the thing about it is, you may be the presenter and know everything about what you're talking about, but everybody out in that crowd understands one thing, is aware of a nugget of wisdom that you're not. Even, today there's a lot of homeless, but the thing about the homeless,
Mm-hmm.
they may not have money, but that doesn't mean they don't encompass wisdom.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, I've witnessed this on jobs and stuff like that. People get the title, then they think they're somebody special. But usually these days, if you got the title, that means you think you're better than somebody, and you're not.
You're not. Right. Right. So that's arrogance. Also, the arrogance of not listening to your team, as you were just saying, because you build the company. So you are right. You have the vision, and anybody who is on your team, you are not willing to listen to them, even if they have some really nice, cool ideas.
Yeah. And see, it's a combination of ideas that gets things done. But when you think you're just because you're the boss and you become the know-it-all, you stall out in your life.
Yeah.
And something I've noticed in a lot of businesses, they always want to blame somebody else for what's going on. If you don't look in the mirror and appreciate everything going on, you're going to lose.
Right, right. So blaming somebody or blaming yourself is another way the arrogance shows up in business and, of course, life.
Yeah, if you're in business, and you start blaming the workers for your challenges, you're never going to get that challenge. A challenge is going to take you to
Yeah,
it's going to
yeah,
take you to being busted.
right. So that's the
And,
need to be right.
yeah. And the thing about it is, this country, I like going back to when they're coming across from St. Louis to the West Coast. If it wasn't for their ingenuity and their innovative talents, they'd have never got here. Because I don't know if you've ever been across the Rocky Mountains.
No, I haven't.
Well, anyway, I've drove across them several times, and I start thinking, how the well would I do this in a covered wagon? Because there's real steep hills and stuff. They had to have some understanding of equipment. And see, now we just hit computers and we're doing it. And I like AI, I like computers, but how's AI stealing our natural talents?
Yeah,
Everything is good, but it also has a limitation. But when you start doing it, the thing you have to always open up to, what is it taken from me? AI is
mm,
taken from us. As much as I love it, I have to keep it in the back. Say, okay, how is this expanding me? And not just becoming punching buttons, because it seems like there's always, we get into the flow. Then them guys up there, I don't know what the heck they do, but they like throwing a monkey wrench in it to see if we really are where we're at. I call them my mischievous magicians.
yeah. So is AI taking things from us, or we are letting it take control of our life and we are using at places where actually we shouldn't be using AI in our business?
But AI isn't taken from it, but if you're like me, you're kind of lazy and let it do it. But here's the thing, AI is great. But are we getting the understanding of what we're supposed? Are we aware of the wisdom that we're supposed to be attaining?
Yeah.
Because wisdom comes from hands-on. It
Yes.
doesn't come from books. And a lot of the stuff in AI, I like it, but I have to ask: is this invented and inherited, or is this mine?
Hmm.
Because see, something I've really expanded into is all of our education is inherited and invented. And education never gets you to present moment.
Right,
Your
right,
thinking,
right.
knowing never gets you to present moment
Yeah.
because it's always when they say it's the back of the mind, it's the back of you.
Yeah. So when we refuse to stay in the present moment, that is also a kind of arrogance, right? We are being so stubborn and we are not using the present moment as living it, because all there is present moment, but and we refuse to live in the present moment. We either want to live in the past or in the future, but never in the present, right? Because the like mind needs something to work on, some complex situation, a puzzle to solve, or things like that.
The mind always likes to bind.
Yeah.
You like mind, and see the mind, our comfort zone, education, everything has never come to present moment. And if you really, this is the way I discovered it, and this is my way. It's probably out of the way, but if you look at the physical world on the physical world, we've modernized stuff, but it still resembles our ancestors' way of life.
Yeah, right. The roots are the same, the beliefs are the same, the way of living is the same, of course, but the lifestyle has become a little modern and contemporary.
Yeah, but the comfort zone and the
Yeah,
thinking and knowing and the knowledge is all the same.
yes, I
See,
agree.
and see something that I've awakened to myself. See, I took think, know, learn, knowledge, and thoughts out of my life.
Hmm.
It's inspiration, understanding, or knowing is awakened and aware. Because when you're awakened and aware, you're here. And comprehension for learning, because it just makes it that much more awakened. You see it, you feel it more.
Yeah, yeah,
That's the wrong word. Sense it more. See, you know what a feeling, you want to sense it. When you sense it, you wake yourself up. And something else is thoughts or the mind being thinking it's safe. And see, well, the mind likes to be safe. That's why it likes the comfort zone. And that's why people are like me. I tried to stay the same, but them guys up there won't let me because they're gonna make me dance whether I like it or not.
hmm.
So I might as well like the troublemaker dance. Because life, if you ain't a troublemaker, you're gonna stay the same.
Yeah. So be the troublemaker.
That's why I like doing the troublemaker dance.
Yeah. That's interesting.
That does is make you laugh, and when you can laugh, you can liberate.
Yes. When you can laugh, you can be in the present moment.
You're in yes, very much so. That's very, very,
Yeah.
very wise. And see, if you look at today, it's something I've really opened up to, and I'm really careful I don't get too carried away. But self-help, personal growth, self-improvement therapy, and punctuated writings,
Yeah.
they they cater to your comfort zone.
Yeah. And you know what, Robert? I want to say this right now here, and I think that it's going to make sense to a lot of people who can try that themselves, because I have learned that from you, that the unpunctuated writing. So, what I do is now I have started writing unpunctuated when I'm talking to AI or when I'm even writing an email to you. So, maybe you have noticed that I write
Yeah,
unpunctuated. So that makes me feel liberated. And I did not know that before. I had no idea that it can work like that. But when I start writing that unpunctuated in a flow, it means that I'm limitless. It just makes me feel that I'm not following any limitation. So it really works. So if people want to try that, they just go ahead and try it. Just write unpunctuated. Don't put any full stop, comma, or any such punctuation mark in your writing. Just try it on your own, and then maybe you can try it at a larger level.
And see, the thing about unpunctuated writings, you're dealing with yourself. You're liberating yourself. And punctuated writings, you're always looking for what other people want you to know, what you want think to know, and it will never allow you to move freely through life.
Yeah. So liberate yourself from the arrogance, and unpunctuated writing can help you with that, right?
Yeah. And something else, everybody's got a program out there, right? Get
Yeah.
away from all programs, because programs are taking you to where you was. And really, the biggest one, something that really expanded me, is healing. Get rid of the word heal. And the reason that is, it's nothing against it. Healing keeps you in the story. You want to get away from the story so you can image the liberation, and you can see yourself riding openly across life, or be chauffeured through life. That's my favorite saying. My liberation chauffeurs me through life,
I
and
love
I'm
that.
just there for the ride.
Yeah, I love that. So now let's come back to the forms of arrogance that we were discussing. So the one of the forms I can think of is the arrogance of ignoring market signals because your original vision was right once. So what do you think about it?
You just hit something that's very, very unique. Whatever you do to get out of a situation today, it will not take you no further than that. Because as soon as you get through a situation, you come out the other side, you find the path. Well, that path is open, but that knowledge or that wisdom is now it's just a stepping stone along with what you have, because there's no such thing as answers or solutions, because they're limiting.
Hmm.
And as soon as you have a breakthrough, breakout, jailbreak, whatever you want to call it, that's a new limitation.
Hmm.
See, we expand limitations is what we really do.
Yeah.
We have jailbreaks, and then we have a limitation, because that will not, that's as far as that can take you. Then comes the listening, and then them guys up there, I like calling them whatever. I call them the mischief makers, because they like to see what they can put in front of me, whether I'm going to dance, cry, or just lay there and whine. But they don't care, because I'm going to have to get up and get out of it.
Hmm.
And see, the mischief makers, they're going to throw curveballs, hailstorms, whatever they can at me to wake me up.
Yeah.
See, chaos is a breath for intuition.
Hmm.
Chaos is a breath for intuition.
Yeah. Would you like to give an
Chaos,
example for that?
when you have some, let's just use Hurricane Katrina.
Mm-hmm.
What did that do? It gave us fresh air for all the stagnant thinking we had in our life. Chaos clears out stagnant thinking, because chaos challenges all the negativity or the unsavory things that go along with chaos and challenges and controversy and adversity. That's just breaths of fresh air for intuition, imagination, innovation to rise us out of the situation and not shift. Shift is straight across. Rise is you're leaving it behind.
Yeah, I understood what you say, and I I can resonate with that. I see in my own life and business that my biggest breakthrough ideas come after some chaotic situations, like something happens really bad and that actually hits me hard, and I feel disappointed sometimes, and then suddenly something just picks up and there's a new idea. And that is like, it's like light comes out of the darkness, that kind of feeling.
Yeah, because you're listening. Because you think your way into chaos, you listen your way out of chaos.
Yeah.
Listening and question. One question will dissolve all the chaos.
Yeah. So chaos is important. So don't worry about chaos. Don't resist it. just flow with it.
Chaos is a breath of
Yeah.
intuition for you.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Chaos is a swift kick and getting rid of the stuff you don't want.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the thing is never look for an answer or a solution. Look for a
Mm.
path.
Look for a path.
If
Yes.
you're always looking for the path, you're never caught up in the overthinking of solutions, and you're never going backwards into yesterday. And if you listen to the world today, it loves yesterday. It doesn't want to let go. Hell, I don't want to let go, but I'm starting to understand it's a lot more fun. It makes me laugh and giggle.
Yes. With that, I'm getting this thought that when we refuse to let go, this is again a form of arrogance. We don't want to surrender. We don't want to let go of things. We just want to hold things tight.
Yes, and you're holding on to your arrogance, your know-it-all ignorance, and all the stubborn hard-headedness. But them guys up there, or whatever, whoever, whatever, you are going to let go of that because they're
Yeah.
just going to keep bringing chaos, challenges. They're just going to keep feeding you until you just say, "I can't do this no more." Then you're going to open up the path of enlightenment.
Yeah.
And see, I spell enlightenment INLIGHTENMINT because it's a mint. It's a
Yeah.
sweetness of it's a sweetness.
Yeah, as we're talking about it, Robert, I want to say here that surrendering, which is a very important thing, and I'm still learning to surrender. It's very hard for us. So, because we are so used to be controlling things and stuff. So, when I see that, when I let go of things, then things happen fast in my business too. And when I don't, I'm so arrogant to let go of things, then actually I suffocate those ideas with my desperate energy, And a lot of times, we business people, we entrepreneurs, we founders, we do that. And that is a very important thing to understand and implement in life, that learn to let go of things.
Letting go is listening,
Yeah.
expanding. And see, what you just said is when you let go, you're liberating yourself. That's why
Yes.
liberation
I
is
know. Yeah.
what's liberating energy of this situation.
Yeah.
And see, people are too stuck in thinking they have to know. And when you have to know, you're going to get bestowed into one more deal until you get so sick of it, you just let it go.
Yeah.
And something people have to really open up to is the body. You listen with the body because the body's about 10 millimeters or milliseconds ahead of the head. And once you go to the mind, you're in yesterday. The mind is binded in yesterday. And when somebody says, think this, think that, well, you're thinking squat. You
Yeah.
listen, question, and I use politically incorrect inspiration because it makes it enjoyable. It makes it fun. And
Yeah.
you get the little bit of that ornery outlaw in you, so you get to antagonize where you've been rather than where you're going.
Yeah. Yeah.
And something that's really, I'm going to say this, college degrees are the biggest hindrances in the world.
I agree. I wish I had met you when I did not have a college degree. I would definitely go to the college.
Here's the thing about a college degree. I'm a union electrician,
Yeah.
but I have to take tests you can't pass. We actually have Washington State and Oregon State. They have two electrical tests engineers can't pass. The electrical code is about that thick. And for everything that says in the front, there's an exception in the back. And you got to know this, and this. And the thing about it is, we spend 5 years getting them licenses.
Okay.
We just don't walk up and grab electrical license. And what's the most fun is when a young engineer comes on the job because we know we're in for it. His educated mind doesn't know jack crap from jack shit,
Yeah.
but he thinks he knows everything.
Yeah.
And then he makes young engineers, and engineering makes us a lot of money
Mm.
because
Yes.
they're going to screw it up until they let us just do it.
Right.
That's the way it
Right.
is. And college degrees, there's a separation in this world. And people think they got that degree, they know more than the people that don't have one.
Mm.
And in the end, they're going to find out everybody's got something they don't.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: we think all this self-help and all this stuff, and this and marketing is so great. Well, if all the marketers and self-help people go home for 30 days, will the world still function?
Mm. No.
Them electricians, plumbers,
Yeah.
nurses, refinery people all go home for 30 days. Where's this place in a week?
I know. Yeah.
It's shut down.
Yes.
And here's the thing: there's book knowledge and get your hands dirty wisdom. And the get your hands dirty wisdom will always take you further than anything in the world.
Yeah. So, as what I understood from this is that it's like a know-it-all attitude, like you know it all. So you look to the other people who actually don't know the way you think them to know. I mean, you expect them to know to that extent, and then that arrogance just comes up. So this is again actually hurting the businesses.
Yeah. Well, when they walk through and they got their three-piece suits on, and usually what we're doing out here is caused by them.
Yeah.
And we do screw up and make mistakes, but here's the thing. When you're physically doing it, you're going to cut yourself and do things. And they sit in them offices like they're not going to do something, right?
Mm.
When you hit that delete button and start over or do something, that's a scrape or a cut out in the field.
Yeah.
They can cover. There's only two types of people who don't make mistakes: people with erasers and people with a delete button. The rest of us, we're always going to cause. We don't do mistakes. We open up life expanding lessons.
Right, because there's no mistakes, like there's no such term. People have just made it, and mistakes, like I think we have talked about it a lot of times before when we have done shows together, that we in this society we're not allowed to make mistakes, and which is such a terrible mistake that we can't make mistake, because we learn by making mistakes all the time, and this is totally fair. It's totally fine.
Yeah, and see, it's never a mistake. It's a life expanding lesson.
Yes,
What
actually.
were you listening to? How was your subconscious? Every time I made one of my life, I wasn't listening to me.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, everybody's doing this and doing that, but it's right here. And then when something happens, they go right to the mistake or the incident right here.
Yeah.
They don't start backing up, because a lot of times there's little things that have been happening, and a lot of times a lot of mistakes happen when they start pushing.
Yeah.
Because whether you like it or not, we still have that human side, and
We
things
do.
happen. But if you're having things happen, you got to look in the mirror. If something happens and you're the boss, what did you do to cause that? To be the beginning? Because they like pushing people, especially when you get behind on a big job. They want to start pushing.
Yeah.
And everything in the electrical trade is a razor blade.
Yeah.
It's gonna cut you if you're not real careful, or it's gonna hurt your back because it's heavy. You got to understand the physical elements of what you're dealing with. It just doesn't, because that computer says this, I don't mean jack crap. And everybody's so computerized. Well, the computer says we can do this in 44 hours. Well, the pipe fitters were in there, this was in there, and it takes 6 hours. because you got to work with other people. And that's something this world has really got away from, their unwillingness to work with each other or to
Yeah.
communicate. It ain't work with each other, it's communicate with each other.
Right. Right.
And you get into this. Well, college, I'm going to be honest, I'm not a fan of college education.
I know.
And it's not that it's that, but they get in there and they become unteachable. They become
Too rigid.
they become molded that I'm educated and you're not. I got to know more.
Yeah, too much conditioned.
Yeah,
Yes.
but maybe you do, but maybe you don't understand something that we do.
Right. Right.
And
So,
you look at the world today, Tina,
mm-hmm.
the physical world isn't much different than it was when I was born in 1955.
Mm-hmm.
Leaders of the world still can't communicate. I'm going to blow you up, but see what a lot of people don't understand about when we're blowing other countries up, there's a lot of money made.
Mm.
War is money.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
has nothing to do with anything but money. But it's
Yes.
good money, and if you're into the military industrial military complex, you're making a lot of money.
Yeah, so this is like we have been talking about arrogance and all that stuff, how the different forms the like arrogance shows up in our life and business. So everybody's paying an arrogance tax, right? So have you right? So it's like what all we are losing in terms of money, in terms of business, in terms of deals, in terms of peace and happiness, and any other positive emotions that we would like to feel and experience, we are losing on that. So could you think of any real examples of companies or founders you have seen paying that arrogance tax?
Yes.
Okay.
Boeing,
Uh-huh.
because they wanted to put the plane out before they did all the things, and they didn't take care of it. But just about every company has that arrogance tax
Yeah.
because they'd rather be right than fix it before they start making money. And if you really look at some things, but they don't want to admit it's them. They always go back. It's a worker. Well, yeah, it's going to be the worker because he did the physical deal. But how was it your deal done it? And a lot of people cut corners to save their jobs.
Correct.
I know
Yeah.
I have done things to do it. I'm not going to sit there and lie. I'm not I don't want to be perfect. I want to be the most perfect person in the world, because imperfection is internal magnetism.
Right. So have you caught yourself as being like arrogant sometimes, the way we have discussed arrogance?
Oh my God, yes. Oh
Okay.
yeah. I could be a pompous little. Yes, I have caught myself many times being arrogant. One thing about them guys up there, when I get arrogant, oh, they're already laughing at what they're going to do to me. And they do it. And the biggest thing about arrogance is admitting that you have it. And the world is never going to go forward because, well, I got a degree and you don't. I can do this, you can't. Well, that's true, but some of us are here to be what we're doing. And no matter how, we're getting really into AI, and AI can do this, and we don't need people for this, and we don't need people for that. I got a question for you. Who's going to buy your stuff when it's all robots?
AIs are going to buy themselves.
Yeah. And, you can see some good things, but you can see some pretty unsteady things too with AI. And, the thing about AI is it's great, but how is it stealing from us? Not talking about labor, talking about this, but how are we not getting the native wisdom we need to expand through life?
Yeah.
I know one thing, if AI was around when I was going to school, I'd have used it. I'd have done it. Oh, Jesus, I'd been in trouble.
So the AI does your homework. AI does lots of things for you, and you would definitely not be learning like that.
I could have went to school on August 28th and August 30th. I'd have had my whole year done.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like asking AI conspiracy questions.
Conspiracy
Not so mu-
questions. Okay.
not so much conspiracy questions as
Like.
much as how outdated our education is to where we're at.
Mhm.
And see, the thing about that is you really start learning, because education is yesterday, and education is everything somebody else thinks you should do,
Yes.
and it has nothing to do with the here and now.
Correct.
And also, this is the one that surprised me. I asked it why education and business will never rise us out of where we're at. And it really comes back quite interesting
Mhm.
because education and business has never been to now. It's all what some it's in it's everybody's inherited nervous system and mind invented museum. The mind is a museum.
Yeah. That's lovely. I love that concept.
And if you can open up to realizing that and just let that be, don't get into the hysteric, oh my God, it ain't a museum. It's
Yeah.
just a museum.
It's a
And
museum.
we're stuck in the museum. And when you can admit to that, then you can start understanding intuition, imagination, innovation, wisdom. That's here. It's right in front of you.
Yeah.
And you can
Yeah.
start witnessing the day through inspiration.
Right.
Inspiration will rise you further than anything in the world. You want to express inspiration. I
Yes.
rise, shine, and energize my way of life.
Yeah. So, in order to keep my mind aside and don't get too much caught up in my mind, I have started this practice now that when I'm working, but then when I'm not, or I'm not doing anything important, I will just come back to my breath. So, it's just focus on your breath, and then, of course, I'm not perfect at it. It's like my attention would definitely wander sometimes, but then I would make sure that it comes back, and I remind myself that, okay, don't be in your mind, just stay in your body or your breath somewhere. It's working for me.
It's rising you out of it. See, I don't
Yeah.
use the word work because work has got a
Yeah.
lot to do with, I rise out of it.
Yeah, so I'm
The
rising
breath,
out of it.
the breath chauffeurs you through life.
Yeah.
And see, it's a lot easier to be chauffeured than work.
Yes.
For
Yeah.
me, anyway. And everything I say is the way I do it for myself. You discover your own path. And see, that's the thing. Everybody's trying to do the ABC. This guy does this guy does this. So they try to do the ABC and they never get to the liberated.
Yeah.
And something else I've done, and I'm different and I like it. If somebody's got the word program in their stuff, I don't use it. I just let it go. Because a program and most of the stuff out there, it has a lot of good things in it, but it also has all their limitations.
Correct.
Anything with thinking no in it is a limitation. And
Yeah.
my favorite question is how is everything I think and know and always done my biggest limitation?
Right. So keeping your limitations is also a form of arrogance. Being attached to your limitations.
Once you can admit you have them, you can let them go.
Hmm.
But if you walk in there and get this, well, I've done this and I've done that, and that's why you're doing squat today. And that's the thing. If you're walking in there thinking you're smarter than everybody, you're walking out a loser.
Of course.
See,
Yeah.
and I did that. Now I'll tell you the biggest arrogance I ever did. When I went to Sweetheart
Mm-hmm.
to hypnotherapy school, I had a lot of knowledge, but I didn't have the underlying wisdom that was waiting for me. And that's something I really discovered. If you're going to go to like Sweetheart or any place for hypnotherapy, walk in there zero. Listen to everything they say there and then allow that to rise you.
Yeah.
Don't go in there thinking you know anything. And then I was at a place and I was talking about wisdom, and they told me a different word, and I looked at them. I said, "Okay, I don't go there, but wisdom is the highest there is. It's the most unattached thing there is. Discernment," they told me, and I go, "Okay." Actually, I said I like wisdom. Well,
Yeah.
discernment's higher. Wisdom is it's natural to you.
You're
Your
right.
wisdom is natural to you.
Yeah.
Discernment has thinking in it. Anything with thinking and knowing in it is limiting you.
Yeah. And that is not right for anything. Robert, what does cowboy wisdom say about arrogance?
You want the truth? It says arrogance is what's holding me back. Because I always wanted to look good, be the smartest,
Yeah.
never was. All
Yeah.
arrogance ever done for me is make me look foolish, act stupid, and do stupid things.
Yeah. And it's okay to
And if
look
you,
stupid sometimes, right? You don't have to look smart all the time. Like that's too much pressure on us.
the thing about looking wise, I don't have to say anything. My
Mm.
arrogance wants me to be the talk of the town. Then I turn into the clown.
Hmm. Yeah.
And see, but arrogance, I have started really being aware of it. I listen and question the more I rise.
Yes. Yes.
Get ready for the ultimate challenge, this or that. Choose fast, trust your instincts, and let's go.
So it's a fun conversation. I am loving it, and let's make it even more fun with this or that. You have already played it with me, so let's play it once again. So it's like I will give you two options. You just need to pick one out of pure instinct. So are you ready?
Yes, I like this.
The arrogant founder who succeeds, or the humble one who doesn't?
The humble one that doesn't, because they'll
Feedback,
rise to it.
yeah. Feedback that stings, or silence that feels safe?
Oh, the stink. Yeah, you had the stink to get rid of the rinky dink.
The room that agrees with everything you say, or the one person who doesn't?
The one person who doesn't, because if they agree with me, we're the same, and that's not very good.
Yeah. Arrogance dressed as vision, or humility dressed as doubt?
Humility dressed as doubt, because that's going to open me up.
The leader who never apologizes, or the one who apologizes too much?
Both of them are bad.
Which one would you choose?
The one who apologizes too much, because the one that doesn't apologize, he's already stuck.
Yeah. Know it all or learn it all?
Learn it all.
The founder who fired the person who told them the truth, or the one who promoted them?
The one that got fired.
Confidence without evidence, or doubt with all the data?
Doubt with all the data, because I can rise that to confidence and curiosity.
The mentor who challenges you, or the one who validates you?
Both of them. I want them combined. But the one that the first one, the one that not the one that validates me, the other one.
Okay. Ego that built the company, or ego that killed it?
Ego that built it.
Interesting. You played it well. I like that. I always like this round.
Yeah, me too. And see the thing about most companies that go broke from egotistical arrogance and know-it-all ignorance, and I'm better than the workers. Ones that succeed go out there and question them workers.
Yeah.
They may be a worker and not had a college education, but they have a get your hands dirty wisdom. And see, that's where this world lacks, is get your hands dirty wisdom.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the more I get my hands dirty, the more confident and courageous I feel.
Yeah. Robert, for those who would like to follow the rest of your movie, how can they do that?
It's all on my website. It's mycowboywisdom.com. And there's I have a lot of videos about communicating with your daily life. And see, that's one thing we think we don't communicate with. And we think that education has got us, but something I discovered for myself to rise out of the arrogance, I asked myself questions like that. And like the one I got a podcast coming up. Why am I afraid of my sleek, unique talents? The biggest
Love
fear you
that.
have is your own talents, wisdom.
Hmm.
And see, to get to wisdom, you're going to go through some controversy, adversity, chaos, and challenges. But you
Correct.
got to get that breath of fresh air for intuition. And, just because here's something else. When somebody's showing you and telling you how smart they are, get away. When you got somebody standing in the corner that's quiet, go pick him. Go pick him and ask questions. Because
Yeah.
silence is sovereign savvy. Know it all is just pure BS.
Yeah. That is a limitation that I think most of us are still trying to let go.
Pick me.
Me, myself included.
But the thing about it, admitting it and laughing at it, you liberate yourself.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be honest with you. If you open up to liberation instead of heal, you stop dragging yourself through the cesspool of what happened.
Hmm.
And once you start letting go of that, you can start questioning. You question the now. I use maverick questions because I want to question it in kind of an ornery way. And see, this world is, I'm going to be honest, this world's there's three things. It's too cheap and docile and arrogant to move forward.
Yeah.
And, just because you're a marketer and you know a lot, but really you look at the world, what do? How are you moving the world forward? And this is the thing, I didn't realize this about electrical work. Electrical work has moved the world forward since its inauguration.
Yeah.
And it's really moved the world forward. And the thing about business education, it's taught by professors that don't like the working people.
Mm.
And the working people have done more than the professors have. And my website, and I have a podcast, My Cowboy Wisdom. The thing about my stuff, it's not going to tell you how to run a business. It's not going to tell you if you do this. It's going to show you how you're limiting yourself in your daily life. Because right here, right now is how you rise out of the past. You'll never think and know your way out of the past.
Yeah. So when you let go of your limitations, when you rise out of your limitations, then definitely you are going to make your business a big one. That's the key. That's the secret.
And really understand the biggest limitation in your business
Is you. I know.
Biggest limitation in my life is me.
Yes, absolutely. I love that.
I've had to fire that guy several times. But that ego guy in there, he keeps trying to sneak back. He wants to get rehired. He usually does for a couple days. But the thing about it is, I don't care what you are. The only one that's holding you back is yourself. All this other stuff is just whatever it is. But the one that is holding you back is yourself.
Absolutely.
And everything you think and know, and however smart you think you are, the wisdom and the arrogance, that's holding you back. See, you get some people in there. I used to get on a lot of network marketing things, but it's become too much of a comedy for me. People always want to tell somebody else what to do because it isn't what they do. Nope, don't do anything anybody else does. Make it feel good to you because you're Wisdom in everything is unique to you.
Yeah, so we can go on, and I know that we always love to talk about things and this disruption, which is so important. Like, I think this is where you and I connect so much, like disruption, because we don't go by the society rules and the way society has conditioned us. So that's, I think, a topic for another show. So thank you for your time, Robert, and I really thoroughly enjoyed this conversation, as I do always.
I enjoy this because we talk about life. Most
Yes.
people are trying to talk about what they want to do and they think you should do. You should do what expands you and rises you and energizes you,
Yeah.
never what socialized obedience. Because I'm going to be honest with you, self-help, personal growth, therapy, all that stuff is just social obedience. You're trying to fit into the social obedience of life.
Yeah.
And me, I want to aggravate it.
Thank you, Robert.
Thank you.
This is The Corporate Life. More stories, more insight, more truth. Until the next episode, stay curious. Don't forget to subscribe.